This is the Platinum Spas Luxury Portofino, a flagship hot tub in Platinum Spas' top-of-the-range luxury series. And on paper, it has all the makings of a serious 6-seater hot tub. Spacious modern design, simplified smart water care tech, and robust build quality, all for under 13 grand. But with so much strong competition in the premium hot tub market, is it genuinely worth the money? Well, in this review, we're going to find out. We'll walk you through the design, jump in and test the hydrotherapy, explore the smart tech and water care features, plus break down the energy efficiency and real-world running costs. And of course, stick around to the end for our no-nonsense WhatSpa verdict. So, let's dive in. Let's start with the design, and straight away the Portofino delivers a sleek modern look. Size-wise, it measures 2.3 meters squared and 95 centimeters tall, so even for a 6-seater hot tub, you're getting a really spacious and deep spa. The weatherproof synthetic cabinet has this clean textured finish, and the vertically lit corner accent panels give it a really classy look, especially after dark. You've also got these handy water diagnostic lights on the front, a really quick way to check the water's ready to go before you even step outside. The cabinet's currently only available in this shadow weave finish, but if you're a sucker for matching accessories, there's also a colour match step available. Moving to the interior, the water features and platinum illumination lighting system both help create a really relaxing atmosphere. There's the textured underwater and waterline LEDs, backlit jets, drinks holders and topside controls, plus the illuminated fountains and waterfall. The only small things we noticed is that some of the waterline lights can be partially hidden once you're seated, and you can't mix and match the colours across different zones separately. On the acrylic, the shell is also available in 3 different colourways, with a choice between matte and glossy finishes. This one's in matte white, but there's also sterling silver and a brand new matte black colour that's fresh for this year. If music's a must-have, the Portofino also comes as standard with the Platinum Melody Bluetooth sound system, but we'll talk more on the tech a bit later on. Across the top sides, the diverters and air controls are nicely sculpted for easy grip with wet hands, and they've got a really solid turning weight to them. You've also got these 3 illuminated drinks holders and a couple more moulded into the filter housing, so it's well equipped for garden entertaining. There's no doubt the Portofino has that premium look and feel, and the small design touches like the branded pillows, fittings and thick stainless steel jet trims really reinforce that. If you've got your eyes on an automatic cover system, the flat topside and recessed controls also make that easily compatible. That said, Platinum Spa's own weather shield cover is still a solid option. We'll circle back to its energy saving features later on, but again, it's only available in this single black colorway. Finally, on the controls, you've got this big 7-inch Platinum Spa Touch 4 panel here at the front. The display is bright and clear, it passed our splash test for responsiveness, and the user interface is pretty easy to navigate after some playing around. There's also this small auxiliary panel on the opposite side, so you're not having to constantly reach to the main touchscreen. The built-in Wi-Fi also lets you control your spa remotely via the ControlMySpa app. But before we talk tech, let's jump inside and test out the hydrotherapy. Right, time for my favourite segment, let's talk massage. There's 66 adjustable jets in total, all powered by 3 3-horsepower pumps. To us, that's a strong jet-to-pump power ratio, and in our testing, the pressure felt nicely balanced across all the seating. It's certainly powerful, although we wouldn't say it's the most deep penetrating flow rate that we've tried. Layout-wise, it's a single lounger hot tub, and for us, the lounger, the reverse molded seat and the left-hand corner bucket seats are the standouts. Starting with the lounger, this gives you full body coverage, targeting the neck, back and hips, then working down through the hamstrings, calves and feet. It's a comfortable and supportive mold with the raised armrests, and lengthwise, our tallest member at 6'2" still had plenty of room, so it's well suited for any taller bathers. As always though, we strongly recommend wet testing all hot tubs for yourself to avoid making any expensive mistakes, ideally with a trusted WhatSpa approved retailer. Moving across to the reverse molded seat, the mold first helps to support your head with a mix of directional, dual rotary and rotational jets, then working the neck, shoulders, back and hips. Plus, if you want a quick dip without getting your hair wet, a reverse molded seat is always a bonus. The left corner bucket seat then delivers a deeper tissue massage across the lower back and lumbar area, with a combination of multi-sized rotational, directional, and fixed wide stream jets targeting the back and shoulders. Again, there's another set of directional hip jets, plus a pair of upward-facing jets in the footwell that can be used for your calves, hamstrings, or feet. All of the non-lounger seats are also within reach of these two angled wide-stream feet jets. Always a nice touch if you love a good foot massage. One thing we always like is that each seat has a noticeably different jet configuration. This means you don't get that repetitive, samey feeling as you move around the spa, and every seat delivers a unique hydrotherapy experience, including the middle uprights. The left middle upright targets the mid-back with a mix of rotational and small precision jets, whilst the rear middle upright seat focuses on the low and mid-back using these 4 directional jets. On the jet controls, there's 2 topside diverters for shifting power between zones, plus 3 separate air controls to dial up the jet intensity across the seating. Comfort-wise, all the seating is really wide and accommodating, and the barrier-free layout makes it easy to shuffle between seats. And despite not being adjustable, the headrests are still suitably shaped and positioned to keep you supported and relaxed. The footwell's also a suitable size given the overall footprint of the spa. By all means not the biggest out there, but still comfortable with 5 or 6 people inside. Depth-wise, at 95 centimeters, it's definitely on the deep side, but when you factor in the wide cool-down bench, there's still a decent mix of multi-level seating options. The lounger and corner bucket seats are deeper and more immersive, with the 2 middle upright seats being a little bit more raised. Overall, we'd say it's a depth better suited for adult or more mature families, but the added cool-down seating does give you an ideal shallow spot if you've got any younger kids or toddlers. If accessibility is a priority, the cool-down seat also doubles up as a flat double entry step for easier getting in and out. But just note, there aren't any extra built-in handrails. The textured grip surface across the entry steps and footwell also help provide a bit more stability. All in all, the combination of size and space, comfort, and the range of jet and seating types mean the Portofino can deliver a robust hydrotherapy experience, even for bigger families. That said, if you're after a similar sized spa with a more social-friendly all-seater layout without the lounger, we'd definitely take a look at the luxury Palermo after this video too. And before we jump into the tech and water care, if you want expert hot tub buying advice and to see all 50 WhatSpa Best Buy Award winners this year, don't forget to grab your free copy of WhatSpa magazine. Right, let's talk tech and water care, and we'll start with the smart Wi-Fi controls. All of Platinum Spa's luxury range models as standard can be hooked up to the Balboa ControlMySpa app for remote connectivity. From there, you can adjust the temperature, fire up the jets, plus tweak things like the filtration and heating schedules directly from your phone. So if you tend to jump in the tub after work in the evenings, you can switch to low power heating modes during peak daytime tariffs to save yourself a few quid. The app also sends custom maintenance reminders for things like filter cleans and water changes. Plus, it can automatically relay any system errors to your dealer for remote troubleshooting. It's not the most advanced smart app on the market today, given there's no energy usage tracking, but it's still a handy bit of kit. On top of that, there's also PlatinumGuru, a smart water monitoring system powered by Balboa's latest PureZone technology. It's designed to take the guesswork out of routine water testing by automatically measuring the water's pH, free chlorine and bromine levels, and total alkalinity. All the readings are sent and tracked in the PureZone app, which then gives you simple step-by-step dosing instructions on how to balance the water if necessary. Just note, you'll still occasionally need to test things manually, like calcium hardness, so you can't entirely throw away those test strips just yet. The system also uses replaceable smart testing cassettes, each performing up to 48 tests and typically lasting 2 to 3 months before needing a replacement. In terms of ongoing costs, it'll likely add around £200 a year for replacement cartridges, so that's of course something worth factoring in. Regardless, for first-time owners or for those wanting a more simple guided approach without the guesswork and water chemistry lessons, it's a great bit of kit. Moving to water quality, the Portofino uses a PlatinumPure 4-stage purification system. This combines UVC, ozone, a delayed ozone mixing chamber, plus a mineral ioniser to help maintain clean, balanced water. In short, the ozone and UVC systems both purify and oxidize the water, helping to break down contaminants like oils, sweat, and makeup before they reach your chlorine or bromine sanitizer. The added ozone mixing chamber also helps guarantee that all of that ozone gas is completely absorbed into the water before it escapes, creating a much more efficient system. Finally, the ioniser releases small amounts of antimicrobial mineral ions into the water, helping inhibit bacteria growth and take a bit of the load off your sanitizer. Altogether, the system helps your chemicals last longer, keeps the water feeling softer and more natural, and you're less likely to experience any dry or irritated skin. The water is then continuously circulated using a low wattage circulation pump, which is all then filtered by a pair of 50 square foot filters, which will typically need replacing once a year. In general, a circ pump runs more efficiently in the background, so you get 24-hour filtration. Plus, it keeps things quieter and more peaceful if you fancy relaxing with the jets off for a while. Finally, audio-wise, as mentioned before, the Portofino comes as standard with the Platinum Melody Bluetooth sound system. This gives you 2 flush-fit speakers on the front right of the shell, plus a subwoofer inside the cabinet for the added low end. Once connected, you can stream music from your phone, and it can also be controlled by the touchscreen panel. Overall, the tech on board is well built for entertaining, boosting water quality and simplifying maintenance. And despite the added costs, for a low chemical, high convenience setup, it's a genuinely solid tech stack. And speaking of costs, let's talk price now. So what's it all going to cost? Well, the Portofino comes in at a recommended retail price just shy of 12.5 grand here in the UK. So yes, it's middle of the road within that premium 10 to 15k price bracket. But given the built-in smart tech, hydrotherapy features, and build quality we'll show you next, for us, it's a competitive price. Plus, as we often say, it's not just about the hot tub you buy, but the track record and reliability of the manufacturer you buy it from. Platinum Spas are manufactured by Superior Wellness, who since their inception in 2011 have quickly become the fastest growing hot tub manufacturer in the world today. They now have over 500 global dealerships spanning over 40 countries, and they also manufacture other leading WhatSpa approved brands such as Aquasolis, Port Krill, and Chill Tubs. Given that, the Portofino is also backed by a solid warranty with 10 years on shell structure, 7 years on shell surface, and 2 years on parts and plumbing. Not the longest warranty out there, but still pretty decent peace of mind for a hot tub at this price point. And don't forget, if you want to see how the Portofino compares against other Best Buy award-winning hot tubs across a range of price points, grab your completely free copy of WhatSpa magazine after this video. Right, let's talk energy efficiency and running costs. And all of Platinum Spas' ranges from deluxe to luxury are California Energy Commission certified. According to Superior Wellness's own data, the Portofino uses 6.5 to 7.5 kilowatt hours of electricity per day when used lightly 2 to 3 times a week. Using the latest UK energy price cap rates, that gives you a daily electrical cost of around £1.60 to £1.85 per day, or about half the price of a Sainsbury's meal deal. Of course, that can vary dependent on usage, but if you want to slash that cost even further, all of Platinum's luxury range models are also heat pump compatible. Installation-wise, the Portofino uses Platinum's Premium Shield Plus, which is exclusive to the luxury range. It's a heat lock style system that combines 5 different forms of insulation to help retain the spa's heat. There's multi-layer spray foam on the inner shell, a reflective foil wrap across the base, thick foil coated panel insulation, and a 360-degree layer of reflective foil wrapped around the steel structure. The internal piping is also insulated, and there's gate valves across the main components for easier future maintenance. This setup ultimately helps reflect heat from the pumps, piping, and equipment back into the spa cavity, recycling otherwise wasted energy back into the plumbing to help take pressure off the 3 kilowatt heater. Generally, in our experience, full foam hot tubs still lead the way for maximum heat retention and overall noise reduction, but the modern high-quality heat lock systems of today offer a very strong alternative. It keeps the upfront cost down, can make servicing and repairs far simpler, and because the insulation doesn't wrap as tightly around all the pipework, its R-value tends to hold up better over time. Structurally, Platinum's EverFrame is built from strong tubular stainless steel, all sat on top of a fiberglass reinforced ABS base pan. It's a solid weather-resistant foundation and an overall impressive build quality that's made to last. Circling back to the cover, it's thicker in the middle and tapered down to help with water runoff, plus has a full hinge seal and long skirting to help prevent heat loss and protect the acrylic. There's 4 standard locking clips for child and pet safety, plus grab handles for ease of use. And before we finish, if you've enjoyed this video and want to see more straight-talking hot tub reviews from WhatSpa, please consider liking and subscribing, and let us know what you want to see in the comments below. So what's the final verdict? Well, after putting the Portofino through its paces, it's easy to see why it's such a popular model in Platinum's luxury range. If you're after a spacious 6-seater hot tub that combines modern design, simplified water care tech, and long-lasting build quality, it's hard to knock the Portofino at such a competitive price. Visually, the modern design and lighting are impressive for the price points, and the overall size, jet styles, and range of seating configurations delivers strong hydrotherapy performance well suited for taller and mature families. The multi-layer insulation and robust build quality should keep running costs sensible, and the smart water monitoring and advanced purification systems should make ongoing maintenance really stress-free. Of course, it's not without its trade-offs. There's a single cabinet color option, the ControlMySpa app isn't the most advanced out there, and the smart water monitoring system does carry a higher ongoing maintenance cost than more traditional setups. But if sensible energy efficiency, reliable build quality, and great value for money are priorities, then the luxury Portofino is a definite buy, which is exactly why it's a well-deserved first-time WhatSpa Best Buy Award winner for this year. Also, a massive thanks to Superior Wellness for letting us test and review the Portofino for this review in their impressive UK headquarters facilities. You can find their links in the description. If you enjoyed this review, hit like, subscribe, and drop your comments and review requests in the comments below. And if you're still comparing models or just starting your hot tub buying journey, don't forget you can grab your free copy of WhatSpa magazine at whatspa.co.uk.